you don't recognize me from Miss Campbell's class. I'm Kyle. I'm Avery Bow and Quinn's dad, okay? And I'm a firefighter. And you'd probably say, well, firefighters don't wear this sort of stuff when they're out doing firefighting stuff, do they? No. Well, today I'm off duty, and I came in with all my gear, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what firefighters do, and also about some fire safety stuff, okay? They go and help people who have any kind of medical emergencies. So they go out and they do all kinds of things that have to deal with emergencies that people have every day. Their car, they could have crashed their car, and the firefighters show up and they help get them out, right? With any kind of emergencies that they have. It could be, you know, their house might catch on fire, their kitty might be stuck up in a tree. They call the firefighters out to come get the kitties. So my job is a little bit different. So you know the firefighters that are right across the street in the firehouse? Yeah. They have those engines and the ambulance and all those fire trucks. Well, I have the same stuff at my work, except I work on an airport. So we have to respond to emergencies with the aircraft. Has anybody ever ridden on an aircraft before? On a plane to go anywhere? Raise your hand. Wow. So I would go to any sort of emergency that happened on an aircraft, okay? And my trucks are just a little bit bigger, and by a little bit bigger, I mean almost 2 times the size of the fire trucks you guys see driving around out there on the streets. Because I have to carry all of my water with me wherever I go, because there's not fire hydrants out in the middle of the airport grounds. So I have to carry basically a swimming pool full of water with me everywhere I go. You guys can all see all my gear up here, right? Does anybody know what this thing is and where I would wear it? That's my jacket, right? And it's pretty heavy. All this equipment together is about 70 pounds. So that'd be like me wearing 1.5 of you guys on me while I'm working. It gets pretty tiresome. So not only do I have to use my muscles and stuff when I'm out there doing work, but I also have to use what's up here. I gotta use my brain. I can't be silly and not know what's going on. And while you guys are all here in school, I had to learn a lot about math and talking to other people and science stuff. I had to do all that to become a firefighter because it's hard. It's not hard physically, it's hard mentally. You just can't make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, then sometimes you can't do your job in the best you're supposed to be doing it. This brown part is what's called the outer shell. And this will stop me from getting cuts, nicks, any kind of bad stuff that might hit me while I'm doing firefighting stuff. And then on the inside, I have 2 layers. I have a thermal layer and a moisture layer. And these 2 layers really protect me from the heat that's inside of a fire. So this guy stops all the water and stuff from getting on me. You can get your arm down in there? What do you think, Emmett? So look, turn around for a second, Emmett. On the back of here, I have this strap so that if I ever get into trouble, another firefighter can grab this strap and it pulls my arms up and they can drag me out of there without having to do anything else. All right, who's gonna try on these boots? Is it Hattie? All right, can you slip off your shoes? Are they easy to slip off? All right, slip them off for me. All right, step in. There you go. All right, just take a few steps, walk around. So, like everybody was talking about with my boots, They are. They're super strong, and they protect me if I have to step into anything bad. There's steel in the bottom of here, and there's steel at my toes. So a truck could run over my toes, and I wouldn't even feel it. Wouldn't even know it ran over my toes. What's up here that we gotta really protect? You. Our brain. That's right. You want to come up here and put on the helmet? All right. Is it heavy? All right, here. Turn and face the class. All right. So I have to put this on because if stuff falls, you know, I don't want it to hit my noggin. But if it hits my brain, then I'm going to go wobbly, and then I won't be able to think about what to do. And then I also have this handy dandy flashlight that helps me see through smoke. It's pretty bright. It's really bright when I'm inside of a dark room. It's all smoky and stuff. All right, next thing I got here is my mask. What do you think I need this thing for? You. That's right. She said it right. It helps me to not breathe in any of the smoke and stuff inside. Or even if I'm in like a hazardous area or something, because firefighting is not always putting out fires. We do other stuff too, but so we put these on so that we can breathe. And they have little microphones on them, and this thing hooks up the oxygen from there into here and into my mask, and it's really cool in there when you turn it on. Over my face like this, I can see out here, and then I have my helmet on, right? Can you guys barely hear me right now? Okay, let me turn on the microphone. What about now? Can you hear me now? Right. So when I'm in a fire, it's really loud. Has anybody ever been next to a campfire? Yeah, right? And the campfire is loud. Makes all that noise when it's burning. And sometimes it's hard to hear people. Well, imagine that. Imagine that campfire, super big, and I'm inside of it walking around, trying to find stuff. And I'm like, hey, Firefighter Jim, I need your help over here. He could hear me with this on, but if I was just talking like this, he wouldn't be able to hear me. It'd be hard to hear. So, last thing that I have to wear whenever I go into a smoky environment, 35 pounds, is this. And I wear it like a backpack, okay? Oh, she's gonna have to. So it's pretty heavy, okay? But once you get used to wearing it, it's just like wearing a backpack that you wear every day. And I have this thing on here that tells me how much time I got left in here and how much more air I got in here. And if it starts beeping, it means I gotta get out of there fast because my air's running out and I need to get outside. That's when I roll up in a ball and I just go right out the fire. Miss Canapple, you want to try this on, or Miss Jacobs, one of the two?
Is it gonna be like carrying one of them around?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Oh my God. It's just like having a bow on my back.
it's pretty heavy.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can carry this very well.
Yeah.
Definitely not going up steps.
Yeah.
I think this is for my workout.
There you go.
It's like a workout.
So, with my firefighting, this is all the gear that I have, plus my truck, plus all the gear that's on that truck. It ends up being a lot of things. So I had to pay a lot of attention in school to learn everything I possibly could to push that over into firefighting. Now, I want you guys to tell me some things about fire safety. What is the number that we call if we're ever in need of firefighters, cops, ambulance, anything like that? Yes. All right. Good job. Everybody knows 911, right? All right, good. Does everybody know the next piece of information you need to be able to tell the person on the other end of that phone? Yes, you tell them what's going on, but you also need to tell them where you are. Does everyone know their address? No. Quinn, what's our numbers? All right. What street? All right. Okay. So tonight, hold on. Tonight, everybody, I want you to go home and start learning your address. Okay. That's where you live. And if you say that to someone when you call 911, they'll know exactly where to go. Pull it up on a map and they'll be there as fast as possible. What about some of the other things in the home that we're not supposed to play with? Evelyn, like maybe matches. Yes, good one. If you leave the stove on too long, it might make a fire. And what are we not all going to do around the stove? You can say it out loud. Don't touch it. Don't play with it. Anything like that. Mom and dad or grandma and grandpa, whoever is cooking, don't play around the stove, okay? So we're not going to play with matches or lighters or candles or the stove or fire or dynamite. What do we have inside of our house that could tell us if a fire is happening? Go ahead. Fire alarm. All right. What noise do fire alarms make, Avery? Do it loud. All right. Okay. So, if we ever hear that fire alarm, where are we supposed to go? If the fire alarm goes off, outside, right? You don't have time to grab your books. You don't have time to grab your pets, anything like that. You need to get outside as fast as possible, okay? So tonight, I want everyone to go home and tell mom and dad or grandma and grandpa or whoever that you need to come up with a plan that if the fire alarm goes off, where are you guys going to meet? What about fire extinguishers? Quinn, where's our fire extinguisher in our house? Yes, it's at the top of the basement steps. Does everybody have a fire extinguisher at home? Yeah? All right. Maybe we should talk to mom and dad about getting a small little fire extinguisher for the house, right? What about if your clothes catch on fire? What are you going to do? All right, come on, Avery, Bo, and Quinn. Everybody face the class. All right, ready? You're going to stop, drop, Bo, and roll. Here we go. All right, number 8. Stop, drop, roll. All right, number 9. Ready, stop, drop, roll. All right, watch out, you two. Stop, drop, roll. All right, come on. Hip up. So, if anytime your clothes ever catch on fire, I want you to remember that. Stop, drop, and roll, right? What are some other things we're going to remember to go home and talk to mom and dad or grandma and grandpa about tonight? Yes. Fire extinguisher, great. Good job. Yes. Oh, your house number. Yes. Awesome. Your address. It's a couple numbers and then some words, right? It's on the street. If you live on the 2nd floor, ask your parents for maybe about a fire ladder, okay? What else? What are those things that go, wow, 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 wow? Go ahead, Hetty. Smoke detectors. I want you to go home and tell mom and dad they need to check their smoke detectors 2 times a year. That's right. Most of them are running on batteries, and they can run out of batteries. Correct. Good job. What if it's a fish? Well, I think the same thing with any pet that you might have in your house. The most important thing is, though, that you guys get out, okay? That's the most important thing. And then we can worry about the animals afterwards. But if they're on 4 legs, they'll probably meet you right at the door, or they'll be outside before you